Hello. Hi. I finished that book today, and I just want to talk about it real quick before I go home. I do need to talk about the other books that I have in my list, but I'm so tired. Okay, so so we're just gonna talk about this book that I finished. Okay, and I'm very excited about it. What we're gonna talk about right now is Gardens of the Moon. It's by Steve Erikson. It is the first book in the Malazan series, and it's basically about the last stand of a city called Darujistan. I think that's how you pronounce it. I do audiobooks, and that's kind of how it sounds in it. But the guy that does the audiobook, he says stuff in a way that I don't always understand. Like, he says names, not just like, not the words, like I can understand the words. He says names in a way that it doesn't sound like that would be how it's pronounced, especially when you read it on paper. Like, for example, there's a character named Tattersail, and I thought he was calling her Tartarsal for like a while. I had to look it up. like, one of my favorite characters, by the way. But like, it's basically the last stand of Darujistan, and all of the aspects that go into that event. And there's so many characters. There's gods. There's sorcerers. There's mages. Oh, it's so good. There's imperialists. Oh, it is so good. Okay, this is going to be a rave review because it was amazing from start to finish. And I want to start this up front by saying that I'm not a high fantasy girly. That's not my vibe most of the time. I think the other fantasy books that I've enjoyed have been the Magravondia series by Storm Constantine, and as far as high fantasy, I guess I liked Sabriel by Garth Nix. I didn't like any of the other books, but I did like Sabriel. My appreciation of high fantasy is limited. This book was incredible. Okay, it was incredible. I loved it from start to finish. There were characters that I thought that I would not care like one iota about. Turns out Steve Erikson's writing's so good that I do care about them. I did, and like, I continued to care about them, and I don't know, and like, I would care about characters in the stories that were good, bad, everything in between. I would root for them, but then I'd also like root for their downfall occasionally. That was really fun. There's a lot of strong female characters. There's like a lot of diversity in the characters, which is amazing. Especially when you consider, I'm pretty sure that this book came out in like the 90s. And like, things were like changing then, but like, it's not as, like, it was still not great with the diversity and with the strong female characters back then. So this book is like leagues ahead of where it like started from. So it's so good. It's so good. I love the characters. I could rave on forever, and I'm probably going to. So I'm gonna get into like a spoilery section real quick here. I just want you to know that it's amazing, and if you haven't read it and you don't want spoilers, please don't continue on from here, and please read the book, and talk to me about it. I loved it. It was amazing. I owe my coworker who suggested it, I don't know, a coffee or something, or a high five. I don't know. But like, it was so good. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about some stuff. It's gonna happen. Spoilers, okay? Spoilers out the wazoo. So, starting now. Okay, so, I loved Tattersail. Maybe it's because I went into this not expecting any strong female characters, because that's been an issue that I've had in high fantasy, is that they're really hard to find. Incredible. Incredible character. And then, like, they called her a little bit pudgy or something. Girl, You know how hard that is to find in regular books, let alone high fantasy? That's so cool. Okay, so like I enjoyed that. I enjoyed her personality a ton because she was strong and she had her doubts about things. But she like kept trying to persevere. She was like, and she went out in a badass way. Sorry, she does die. But she comes back. So I did tell you there were spoilers. Okay, I don't blame me. She comes back, but she comes back as a child, and I'm on that. Were the scenes where she did show back up as a, like the birth when Perrin sees her as like a 5-year-old, and then when he talks to her at the end in his head, were those badass scenes? Yes, they were so good. Am I still concerned about what she's gonna be like as a different character with a different name and with a different I still have concerns. I'm hoping for the best. I did end up really liking Perrin. I liked his vibe when we first like met him in the book, and then I was like, oh, okay, because like he's got like a very soldier's mentality, which is fine. Like, you're gonna find that in this kind of like war-based book, and it's fine. I just can't relate very well, so I was like, oh, okay. Him and Whiskey Jack, I was like, okay, that's just what their personality is gonna be like. Erikson threw in real personality traits alongside those. Didn't just coast along on like they're soldiers, they have soldier mentality and soldier trauma. He gave them more than that, and I appreciate that so much because it made it so that I, as somebody that isn't like that, just doesn't have that kind of mentality, just can't relate, could relate to them and care about them and want to see them succeed or see them like, well, for those particular characters, I wanted to see them succeed. I wanted to see good things happen to them, and it was like really difficult to see bad things happen to them, that kind of thing. I can talk. I know words. Anamander Rake, what a badass. Also, the coolest. Oh my goodness. I love that he had, like, he's got this whole, like, anime villain aura. But then he, like, and the thing I love about him the most is that he is such a neutral character. Like, he is working on his, like, for his own designs. His like, everything he does is like a gray area because he's working for himself. So I don't think he's a good guy by any means, and I don't think he's a bad guy by any means. He is so cool. Oh, I love that about him. He's got a, oh, I want to deep dive on this so bad. But we only have like a couple of minutes, okay? Oh, it's just so good. All the characters were so cool. I really, really enjoyed them. And I loved the Fisher Girl. Okay, she gets 2 different names in the story. The first one's Sari. The next one's Apsalar. I loved her. Like, I loved her when she was the Fisher Girl because of her excitement, because of her love for what was happening. Even though, like, it wouldn't have been something that I would have enjoyed. But there was a sense of adventure about her. And then as Sari, I was like, I feel like I was already I already like had some feelings for her because she used to be Fisher Girl, and I loved Cotillion. I'm so sorry, I probably shouldn't, but I loved Cotillion. So because she was possessed by him, she was a monster. She was an absolute monster, and I was just over here like, oh. But then when she would do something that I didn't like, I was like, come on, sorry. And then when she became Apsalar, I love the transition that he did of her being from Fisher Girl to recovering memories to adjusting, because he did it just expertly. It was gorgeous writing. It's an incredible book. I am like 2 hours into the next book. I'm so excited about it. I'm already loving the characters. I'm already loving everything. So I'm so jazzed about that. I'm so jazzed about that, and I love this book. Easily a favorite. Easily a 5-star read. 10-star read. I don't care. It's amazing. If you haven't read it, read it. It's good.